This is the 6th day of two-a-day practices. Though this is only the morning session, the temperature rises to 90 degrees, not ideal conditions for football.
It's hot and it's not fun. Like you say, if it was easy and it was fun, everybody would be playing it. But we look for leaders, whether it's a freshman or a sophomore, senior, junior, it doesn't matter, to step up on the field, get us going. It's not all about one person, it's about the team. So, I mean, whether you gotta suck it up and make a sacrifice, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. So.
But I don't think that, with these guys, they're pretty humble. They're a lot like us as a staff. We're very humble and we're unassuming. We know how hard we have to work, and we know how close we were to losing last year. I mean, we could have very easily, that last play of the game against Bonnie Eagle, it could have gone their way. They could have been state champs again. Could have lost to Cheverus. It was a one-point game in the Mud Bowl, and then down by 14 against Bangor. So it wasn't like we got it easily. It was an all-out effort, and that's kind of been one of the things we've used to talk about, is that every drill we do is eventually going to pay off for us, and everything we do in practice is important, and we're going to, sometime during the season, call on that moment in practice to help us get through a game.
Now we tell you, and you know for real, that this means something. Okay? State championship game, tailback breaks it. 56 yards away, he gets tackled by our backside corner. Does his job, goes to number 11, makes the tackle, forces a fumble, recover it, ball game. Thanks for playing. If he doesn't make that play, we don't win the state title, period. That is the game-changing play. You've got to do what you're taught to do. Yeah. Starting now, I have class. So
Coach Perkins and his other coaches run a tight ship during training camp. But within the group, they find times to ease the tension with some encouragement.
Pick it. Pick it, coach.
Or comments on wearing a long-sleeve shirt on a 90-degree day.
So what made you decide to do the long-sleeve shirt today? Was it just for, you wanted to wear the lacrosse shirt and represent? Is that what it was?
They're up and resin program,
I understand.
I like winners, coach.
Yeah.
That's why I like you so much.
Well, we preach team big time to our kids, and as a staff, we're unified together. I mean, I'm the head coach, but it's not one guy runs the whole thing. We all have roles.
Perkins also relies on volunteers to help run practice, some of whom are former players. The volunteers are not above scrutiny, however.
Coach Cheverus, who had played here back in 04, it was our first real good year. It was my third year as a head coach here. We were in the East. We were 7-1 and got in the playoffs. Had a good run, and that following summer he was in the playoffs and threw a few picks in the Lobster Bowl game. And so today we had him at scout quarterback, and he threw an interception. And of course, one of the coaches, Coach Millington, was quick to remind him that it seemed like watching the Lobster Bowl in 05.
Attack it. Yeah, come on, TV! Good job. That looks familiar, Cheverus. Seen that before.
Lobster Bowl?
Hey. It's just awesome. Brutal.
So we have a good time with each other. Nothing gets forgotten for sure. It doesn't matter who you are. No one's safe.
Did you pour water on your head? Seriously?
Over at the Cheverus practice, the focus is on stick work. Despite having one of the best records in Class A last year, Cheverus enters 2010 with more question marks than believers.
It's nice because we have a whole new team to not be in the radar, you know what I mean? It's nice to be, down and to not have all these expectations, because a lot of times that's where it gets you, having all these expectations. Scarborough's got a great program, Sanford's always great. There's a lot of teams. It'll be interesting. I'm very excited this season because going into every game you can win or you can lose, where last year it wasn't always like that. Going in you're probably going to win. So from a coach's standpoint, this is great. The kids have to be there every game. They have to be there mentally, physically to win. So I'm excited that the league's wide open. So we think right now, but as it gets going, there will be some teams that always rise up to the occasion.